coming your way. Hey, hey, it's video of the day.
The texts were violent, so she stayed silent. Our video of the day comes to us from the Virginia governor debate where winsome Earl Sears cornered Dem candidate Abigail Spanberger on her continued support of Jay Jones. Roll it, Axel.
Jay Jones advocated the murder, Abigail, the murder of a man, a former speaker, as well as his children who were 2 and 5 years old. You have little girls. What would it take him pulling the trigger? Is that what would do it? And then you would say he needs to get out of the race? Abigail, you have nothing to say? Abigail.
Jesus.
What if he said it about your 3 children? Is that when you would say he should get out of the race, Abigail?
Whoa. Now we know what it takes to shut up a Democrat. The plain and obvious truth. Spanberger then took a page from the Biden School of Debating by freezing up and staring into space. At least she didn't her pants. That we're aware of. But a rough night didn't end there. Here's her cowardly ducking a question on men and women's locker rooms.
Would you rescind the Youngkin administration policy requiring boys and girls to use bathrooms aligning with their biological sex? You have 30 seconds.
My priority would be to ensure that local communities, importantly parents and teachers and educators, are able to work together to meet the unique needs of each school and each community. And that is important. And I say that.
So that's where Spanberger stands on protecting females. If their dad's a Republican, there's a target on their backs. But if they stand up to pee, you go, girl. Just make it into the urinal. Tom, what did you make of her strategy of remaining silent?
It was unbelievable. It was so entertaining to watch. She's just staring straight ahead. She's thinking if she stays so still, maybe nobody will see her.
Yes.
They'll forget she's even in the debate. It reminds me, like when I take my dog for a walk, it will sometimes see a rabbit on the lawn, and the rabbit just sits there like...
Yeah.
Like the dog, he could eat you right now, but they just stay still. Or when my kids were young, and we would play hide and seek, they would just cover their eyes, and they thought they disappeared. I was like, oh, you think you're not here anymore, huh?
Yeah.
But it is amazing to see, and the reason is they don't have an answer. You think, this makes them look ridiculous. In the same way that Katie Porter, when she conducted that interview, and she was like, I'm not going to answer follow-up questions.
Yeah.
It's like, isn't that what happens in an interview? Yeah. Every interview ever? But they can't discuss because their opinions, they are embarrassed of their opinions. When they were talking about the girls' locker rooms, she doesn't have an answer. She can't say what makes common sense because that's not the Democrat position. But she can't do either one because if she speaks common sense, then the Democrats are going to throw her out to pasture because they won't accept it. So instead, she just sits like a little rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's an excellent impression, Tom. Mm-hmm. Jamie, you're used to this kind of silence at your shows.
Yeah. Yeah, I see like 100 of that face at every show. Just not even just hers, but Tom's rabbit face. That was insane. Like there was a moment where I thought, did they replace her with a robot and it broke?
Yeah.
Like at the wrong time. Her and Kamala Harris should be on the next season of Dancing Around the Issues with the Stars. I also feel like that question about naked men in women's locker rooms, it should be an open and shut, black and white. I'll be honest with you. I don't like naked men in men's locker rooms.
Yeah. Especially when they start using the blow dryer in the wrong area.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, why am I holding it? Your hands are free.
Well done. Well done. So, Kat, Tom makes this really good point that, okay, she must have known those two issues were going to come up. And to not have an answer or to think that those answers would work is ludicrous. I think she's operating under the assumption, like Katie Porter, that she could withstand these arrows. Like, I'm still going to win even if I don't have an answer.
Yeah, just go out there and get aggressive about your opinion.
Yes.
Just have an opinion.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can just, like, okay, if I were in her position and I had maybe a shot at power, I would say, listen, as a person who believes in small government, I may not be sure that the government needs to be involved in our bathrooms. However, as a person who had to use the bathroom at the airport this morning, I think we might need way more laws than we have now. Why is there still so much pee in so many places in the women's bathroom?
And
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of walking in and looking like there was the Orca show at SeaWorld in the toilet bowl.
It is, you know, I'm not going to say why it's there because I'll get in trouble, but I will say this.
It's because the women who hover. We need to have women who sit bathrooms and women who hover bathrooms. And the hoverers can have their own bathroom and they can pee all over each other if they want, while the rest of us who want to care for our pelvic floors can sit.
You know, I do think that, like, even libertarians, there has to be carve-outs for restrooms.
Well, listen, you know, I mean, there needs to be some punishment for this. Yes, life in prison, but you can have parole.
Yes.
I'm not a monster.
Yes. Eric, you know what kills me about Spanberger is that she's considered a moderate. Like, they'll go like, oh, you know, Spanberger is really should be the face of the Democrat Party because she's not crazy. You can't be called a moderate if you don't have an answer about men and women's bathrooms. That's the whole point of the question.
But why does the silence actually shock anybody, right? Like, I mean, when we ran against Biden, he literally hid in the basement for how many months?
Yeah.
You know, 8 months. He didn't come out. Do you remember the little circles, the little yellow circles that were always unfilled?
Yes.
The guy never showed up. Like, we were in every swing state. We were busting our butts. We had bullhorns on top of tractors, and this guy wouldn't leave his basement because they knew that the mainstream media was going to otherwise carry the water for them. Like that,
True.
They're so indoctrinated to know that their message can't fail because they've got CNN, they've got ABC, and they've got NBC. And guess what? People are no longer buying this stuff anymore. They can't stand it. They hate it.
Yeah.
You know, and they're wrong on all these issues. And so it's actually their arrogance. It's their arrogance that's causing this.
I think it's right. I think they assume that they don't have. It's almost insulting to ask a follow-up question to them. And also, I just think to your point, they just assume they're going to win anyway, which makes me think.
You know what else?
What?
She looks like a hoverer.
Yeah, she does.
I like this. It's floating.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.